Got ourselves AFK Mistweaver over for the team 1 with Big joining back at Griff, as well as Betment. Is that your name? I like this axe you get going. There's a simple dagger and a simple axe. This is going to be also Duel join. Did you just evasion? Did this man just evasion, distract, and DC? Westhill's just not even going to give him a chance. Oh, they're dead. I'm not sure what happened. What just happened? He walked over the stealth, evasion, distract, alt F4. Is that what happened, or is this just a random DC bug? I'm not sure what happened. Big is trying to see if he can drop down a totem. Big blasters on the west. What is this damage? You just cheat death. He just cheated death. That was full burst, and the Shaman just absolutely just capitalized all that go in the opener against the mage. Didn't give him a second of survivability whatsoever. Just blasted him to smithereens. I guess maybe answered back for killing of the rogue. I feel like the rogue shouldn't have died there. I don't know what it is. I feel like that guy, once you see it, I feel like he shouldn't be given a chance. Who's up next? Is it Crimson? It looks like Crimson's trying to see if he can mosey out of there. Big just getting himself a setup with an Ice Sphere right afterwards. It's going to be Ice Sphere after as well. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Crimson, technically, do you have a totem too? You technically did have a totem that you could have Ice Sphered off of. But Big just popping in a wall and trying to see if he can get out of there immediately. The Big Shammy get himself maybe some kind of a setup potentially. Earth Elemental got himself at least procs that you can get off of its stun. Now you don't have to worry about it at all. As Crimson trying to be very, very careful, avoiding direct confrontation, but trying to see if he can kind of like maybe reposition versus him. Maybe a knockback, doesn't quite get it. Light Alassa knocking him on the platform, got himself the Ice Sphere off of the Earth Elemental. No stuns for a while, so you could actually get yourself a decent setup. Got yourself a Lava Burst. Maybe that's a primer, maybe a good setup, or maybe just trying to get some procs or something. Maybe just going for resources. Got yourself a Stormkeeper. Big damage available. Primordial got it set up as Crimson is the one getting the opener, but Big does end up getting it on. Doesn't even give the guy a chance, just hard stops him. He just Primordials Lightning Bolt while Skyfear is active. Huh? I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been loving my Shaman in dungeons, but yo, that's a lot of damage. That's actually kind of cool. I mean, not like a cool way, like anybody playing against is probably having less fun. But watching a Shaman just one shot, one bang like this is actually kind of fun to me. Saya does end up popping off walls. It's going to be big. Trying to see if he can go for the most amount of control. Got himself Hex Trinket out of Saya immediately. Maybe could go for a knockback. Got himself maybe in a decent position. Saya trying to see if he can reposition in order to make sure that he can counter a knockback as soon as it happens. Got himself wings. Maybe hand or freedom. Big trying to see if he can get out of this best as possible. Got himself a little bit of killing surges as best as he can. But Saya swinging around the guy. Knockback for just a second. Stun totem. Trying to see if he can avoid it. Is that double stun totem? No, it is no double stun totem. Trinket out of the Shaman though. Got himself a big setup. Bubble out of Saya. Doesn't he want to find out just how much damage it's going to do as Shaman having to go for a wall together with Guardian Spirit. Still got himself the Elemental Blast that he could set up with a Lightning Bolt. Big burst out of Saya, barely surviving it. But is still able to at least get some kind of a setup. Trying to get himself a go versus the Shammy. Does go for the full Hex. Earth Elemental is going to be waiting. So for the Shaman, that's going to be a lot of his damage kind of gone. Does go for the kick last second. Knockback onto Saya. Does slow him down quite a bit. If the Shammy got himself more mobility, he might be okay. Saya is just waiting until Forbearance is back up. Or down rather. And is trying to dose for a Lay on Hands instead. I was thinking he was going to go for Magic Immunity, but for the Shaman, this could be an opportunity right now. Now that you used your big Forbearance button, a big burst combo could eliminate him pretty easily. Does go for the knock with the root right after. Shaman trying to see if he can back up out of there with an Ice Fury. Still hammers flying in. Does go for the stun. Stormkeeper to follow. Does see himself a big setup. He needs himself He needs himself the Blessing of Spell Warden. Big burst right after Saya. No help whatsoever. Does he survive this? I feel like the the gravity damage could have taken him out right now. Needs himself Spell Warden as soon as possible. Shaman just charging in. Does Saya have himself Spell Warden, or does he only Blessing of Protection? He gotta have Spell Warden. Trying to go for Regenerating, couldn't get any value out of it. Shammy gotta be very, very careful. Does have a Trinket back up. Maybe can use a Trinket to set up something versus Saya. But man, it's so much burst damage. Saya is just gonna go full recovery. Shammy could just run at him. But I think Saya is just gonna sit down. Does have Mage Foot on his team, so he's able to recover all of it back up. For the Shaman though, I mean, I kind of want to see another combo, dude. He's got himself Skykeeper coming back up, Wall coming back up. Saya will not have a bubble. The big question, though, is does he have Spell Warden? Because if he has Spell Warden, then I think he stands a chance. If he's only Blessing of Protection, it's going to be a tough hill. You got yourself the Earth? What is this Lightning Elemental combo? What is this guy supposed to do? Wait, you're not running Fire Ellie, you're running this guy? What does he do? What do you do? Is Lightning Elemental better than Fire Ellie? Just damage-wise? Or I don't understand. I've never seen it before. What is happening? He's just setting out the Elemental there. Does he do damage? I guess I'll find out. Yo, Shane, 11 months, almost a year, my guy. Okay, we're gonna hashtag Shane, boys. Showing appreciation for membership. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you. Into a full big burst, big defensive out of the Shaman. They're trying to see if he can blast out Saya. Does he have Spell Warden? He doesn't. Trinket though. Rude. Hex right after. Does he go for Spell Warden? He might want it if he wants to remove the Hex. Doesn't go for it. Are you just Blessing of Protection? You might just be dead if you're just Blessing of Protection. Ice Sphere to follow. It's gonna slow down Saya. If he has himself Earth Shocks to follow, he doesn't have Earth Shocks actually. He just has Elemental Blast. Wait, why is this guy Elemental Blast? Actually, he doesn't even need the Earth Shock. He could just win He could have just went Earth Shocks without going Elemental Blast. You don't need the Elemental Blast for talent or anything. Huh. As Shaman, I guess, having to reposition back up, use his wall, used everything. Saya waiting for the bubble. Are you actually not running Spell Warden? Okay, if by the time bubble's back up, you're charging in, that's all we can do at that point, yeah? Because the Shaman, all he can do at this point is try to see if he can go for Nox. Maybe he can go for a juke with a gust of wind around Saya, but if that bubble and full cooldowns are out, there's only so much he can do. Got himself the angle, trying to see if he can maybe go for a stun. Ice Sphere immediately roots him in place, bubble immediately. This is where Saya trying to see if he can maximize the damage. For Shaman, it's an opportunity. Does he live? Does he die here? Trying to see if he can get an angle versus Saya. Does go for the stun. I don't even know how he lands it. Needs to go for the knock, needs the angle for the knock. The lightning lasso knocks him, but the root catches him though. Hand of Freedom does go for yet another knock. That's gonna try to see if he can catch up in health. Going for the Stormkeeper. Does he himself the big go? Trying to see if he can get himself a big setup for Society. Just forcing the Shaman back as soon as possible. Looking for a bit of healing. Got himself the Sky Fury Totem available. Saya back it up out of it. Does not want to take any damage from that whatsoever. Primordial, super afraid of this thing. Does not want to take damage if possible. But for the Shaman right now, I don't even know who wins this, dude. I actually don't even know who wins this. What is even happening? This is just a lot going on right now. As the Shaman back it up out, Hex onto Saya, cannot really counter this at all. But at this point, I feel like the Shaman Big should hopefully be getting this elemental backup, right? Blind last second as he goes for a knockback. Shaman does have a wall, does have Guardian, so he's got a lot of recovery. Unless Saya does not have access to a Spell Warden, he might be in a rough spot here. Another Hex, does have a Trinket for this one, looking for recovery, does not go for the wall, knockback into Saya, does get himself a decent setup, looking for even more healing, saving that wall for a little bit later, dampening slow, ramping up to 43%. As this is going to be Hammer's Fly now by the Paladin. Got himself wings and everything available. Stormkeeper, full burst available. Got himself defenses out of the wazoo. Trinkets out of this one. Big zaps on Messiah. Is this enough? Shield of Venice last second. Layer has the last moment. This is going to be enough there. He's still super low in health. Could be anyone's game right now. Hold on. He got himself random Ascendance proc. Is this enough? Trying to go for Elder Blast. Stun Totem does not quite connect. This needs a little bit more damage. Knockback into Saya. Is this an opportunity? Does go for the root. Elder Blast for afterwards. Is this going to be it? Got himself Lightning Bolt. I think it's over, right? It does. Oh, maybe hold on a second. Frost Shocks. Is it enough? Trying to go for Ice Sphere. Frost Shocks. Does get it. That was insane. The back and forth between the two. Saya was just like, you know what? I really don't want to fight into the burstiness of a Shaman. But at this point, Gremlin or Baxno, I feel like wants to get a bit of payback. Last time, Shaman just absolutely blasted him into smithereens. Baxter just popping a wall immediately, trying to see if he can go for that mastery combo. Looking to slow the guy down. Able to get a couple of claws, build up the resources, but needs to go for the big deep breath and then full burst with full, what is it? What are they called? Empowerments. Trying to see if he can root the guy. Does get into an interrupt. Lightning Lasso has a trigger for it. Trying to go for a big blaster. Does he have himself a deep breath? If he gets himself a deep breath combo, I think he'll have it. Going for Disintegrates while he's got a wall to make sure he can't get interrupted. I think he does get the Shaman. Oh, no, he doesn't. He just got tased. He just took the taser, pressed it up to the guy's neck, and just let it rip. What is happening? Gremlin tried to go for as much of an honor duel, but Big doesn't want to find out if this man is trying to give him honor duel or fighting him dishonorably. You're just going to hit him with a Flame Shock, Root, just keep him at bay as a Gremlin try to see if he can find an angle. Maybe a knockback could be huge. Trying to go for a knock, but a shadow step back up for the guy. I think it's over, right? There's no way you live. Yeah, there's just no way. What was that random shaman damage? The one shots, the burst. Oh my god, that's so good. I actually want to know what kind of build he ran. It feels like this time he didn't run like an elemental lava burst build. I feel like he ran a lightning bolt build with Gremlin returning the favor back to AFK. Dust Cloaker shadows to remove the karma completely. Nothing he can do but press himself, dampen her. But Gremlin, I think, might just have him. Lexium finally gives AFK an opportunity to hit the rogue. Does go for a massive kick into a vanish. Cheap shot, cheat death. I think does end up touching death in him. He had to wait until cheat death, the buff was over. Does take him. I am confused by how the shaman is doing this, but I'm also very much impressed. That was incredible. I want to see more of that. All right, let's get us another one going, boys. Uno más, uno más.